Hello, welcome to Morse Code transmitter receiver on an Arduino. It can work on its own or as one of a pair. That's the Arduino Nano. It's got 3 inputs and 1 output, and you see the output is the LED flashing away. Oops, drop a piece of paper, come back to that in a minute. Got a tapper as an input and a test, which we're not using, and the third input is the photocell coming through. What I've done is, by taking this piece of paper out, it started the train, and as you can see, the trail, as you can see, the ticker tape is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. It's coming at a period of 80 milliseconds, and when it auto-tunes, it's auto-tuning it at 81 and 161. That's what it has assessed as being the period. So for example, if we slow it down, and I type in 7 to slow it down, you'll see the period. Did I not press enter? Right, enter. The period now goes to 160 milliseconds, and it's not understanding it because the dot is still at 81 and the dash is still at 161. So what we have to do here is 0 to auto-tune it. So we type in 0, and it goes into auto-tune mode. And if it can't find it once, it will try for the next 10. It's trying to find the dots and the dashes, and it's assessed now that the dot now is at 158 and the dash is 318, and there it is, it's coming through, and you can see that it obviously slowed down on the LED coming out. Just to prove it again, obviously if I put my cover over that, we don't get anything coming through. So it is actually, they're completely independent. The ticker tape of the flashing of the LED and the receiving of it are totally different, independent. You can actually also, let me just speed it up because it's more impressive when it's sped up. So we go to 80, sorry, not 80, press 8, and then it goes down to a period of 80, and then press it again and it goes down to a period of 140, and it's 40. And again, we haven't auto-tuned it, so we now have to auto-tune it coming through, and we auto-tune it, and it's then come through and found it, so it's a little bit faster. In fact, you can actually go faster again. So let's put another 8 in to double it again. So the period now is 20. It will start making mistakes, and then the ticker tape, the auto-tune it to that, and it's coming through now. It does depend on the lighting at this speed. You know, if I were to turn the main light, if I were to turn this light on, it would probably confuse it. It's not making much difference, actually, surprising. Normally that makes a difference to it. Right, so you can obviously type in your own message in here, like hello world, which will get sent at the appropriate time, at the end of the lazy dog message, hello world, and then it goes straight back to the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. If you type in 3 spaces, so you type in hello world, and then 3 spaces, that was 1 space, another one and another one, it will then treat that as the end of the sentence. So it will now world, and then there's a carriage return at the end. So you can see that working. You can actually also, best thing to do is to slow it right down. So 7, 7, 7, and again 7. So you can see how much slower the dot is now. And we'll get it to try and auto sync on that, auto tune to that. And that's the rate we're going to try and type in the message on the tapper button here. So we have to wait sort of 10 times to sort of, there it is, so it's found that the dot is 316 and the dash is 600, so half a second. And so now, as soon as we press this, it stops the ticker tape. So we're now sort of in sort of manual mode. So we're trying to go and do the same sort of period. If we had a metronome, we'd be a lot better off, but we can just try and press the button and try and get our message through. I haven't really got anywhere with this really. I've done SOS once, but it was difficult. So you know, 3 dashes and 3 dots, but you can see it coming through. It's obviously more impressive if you want to restart it and just put ticker tape restart is 6. So press a 6 and off it goes again. So as I say, it's not very impressive, but at least you can see it at this speed. You can see it's working. The idea that I'm going to was to disconnect the LED and connect a wire to another device here, and this is the equivalent on a Raspberry Pi base, and you can see the LED there, and with the two connectors there. So the idea is to take those off there and put them onto this connector here, and swap them basically, so one is talking to the other and the other is talking, they're talking to each other, which is obviously more impressive than what you're seeing here, which is the actual ticker tape coming from its own source. There aren't any weights in this code here. It's all based on edge triggered work. It starts off with a default ticker tape period of 80 and a default time, but as soon as it does that, it auto tunes anyway, and works out the code. So I've been working on this for the last week, and yeah, it's been difficult trying to squeeze it into such a small amount of space. But hopefully you'll sort of see this. I can put this code up for you to be available to sort of download and have a look at it yourself. But yeah, that's my my demonstration. I hope you appreciate it, and please give me a good tick at the bottom. Thank you. Bye bye.